Am I the asshole for leaving my husband alone with the kids for 2 days? I, 24 female, have 2 sets of twins. The first set are 5-year-old boys and the second set are 3-year-old girls. My husband, 27, always complains that the house isn't up to his standards and that it's a mess, or that I sometimes put on frozen meals instead of cooking a fresh dinner. It's super irritating because I'm expected to do everything. Just because I work from home, he thinks that I have an easier job than his, which is physical labor. I can never do anything because when he has time off, all he wants to do is sleep and says that he needs it because he is exhausted from work or he wants to use his break to hang out with his friends. So basically, all the chores are usually thrown on me and I had enough of it. And it came to show when my friend called me to hang out and when I asked my husband to watch them so I can go, he went on a rant about how he's tired and he's been working all week and the least I could do is watch the children so he could get some rest. I'm home all day with easy work. So I decided after I put the children to sleep that night to leave a note saying that I'll be out to have a night out with the girls, which ended up turning into a weekend out with the girls. When morning time came, he was calling and texting me nonstop, and when I answered, he was yelling at me and cursing me out. My friends overheard the conversation. They were shocked and hung up the phone for me and told me to mute it. I didn't have any plans to stay any longer than that night, but when my friends overheard how my husband spoke to me, they convinced me to stay and even told me they'd take me out to eat and planned a whole day for me. When I got back, the place was a complete and utter mess, like a pile of full dishes, garbage all over the place, the floors were sticky, there was pee all over the toilet, and the place just smelled awful. My husband, of course, was angry and had a suitcase already packed. He barely said 2 words to me and just left and texted me saying he'll be staying at his mom's. Now I feel horrible because clearly he couldn't handle taking care of the kids for this long by himself, and I feel like an asshole, and I don't want to ruin my marriage. Do you think I'm an asshole for the way I acted?
Wow.
I think there's a solution here. It's divorce. What?
Okay, I have a few. I have many thoughts.
Okay,
first off, I can't take credit for this, but it is a good point that I heard on the What We Said podcast, which we bring up a lot.
We bring it up a lot, yeah.
I think it was their podcast. They were saying that, like, it's crazy when husbands or men have children out in public and people are like, oh, like, you're watching the kids today? How did you get stuck with babysitting? All this stuff. Like, there's no, like, you're watching them or you're like, they're your kids. You are parenting.
Yes.
And being a parent.
Yes.
As a parent should.
Yes.
It's not like the mom in the relationship is the only person that can watch the kids and take the kids all day. And when the dad has to do it, it's, oh, he's babysitting. And that is like the most infuriating thing to me, that some people live life that way.
Yeah.
Second off, I was talking about this with a friend recently. I was cracking up. Women have evolved so much because we are at a point in society where women hold jobs, run households, raise children, all that. Like, they wear many hats, and it's like very hard and it's very impressive, and many women do it and are able to do it like with ease. And men, I feel like I'm gonna get some hate for this, but men have not had to evolve as much because they work, they go to work, they're the breadwinners, make money, come home and do it all over again. Like, they just go to work and like provide. And we're still in a time where like they don't necessarily have to like be holding a job, running a household, raising children, getting an education, like all at once.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, it's just so crazy that like some people still expect women to solely be the managers of their home. Like, that is a full-time, difficult job to coordinate like everyone's schedules, care for everyone, like run a household. Like, that's just so crazy. And then to also have a career, like a full-time job, like this person posting like works from home, she has a job, and she's also like running the entire home. Like, it's just,
yeah. I feel like, wait, to your point, that idea of like the dad goes to work, the mom is a stay-at-home mom, like, we're just now getting to a point in like society and culture that is becoming not the standard, I guess.
Right.
Like, now people are like trying to break the mold, and people are, I feel like, more now getting behind the idea that when a dad has kids, he's not babysitting. But I remember when I was growing up, my dad always said that. He would watch us all the time. My dad is such an amazing dad, and we were left alone with him all the time. Right. My mom went on business trips and my dad watched us, and it was the same life that we would have if my mom was there watching us, like, because he's a capable adult and a capable father. And he said that he would go to work and people would be like, oh, you're stuck babysitting the kids this weekend? And my dad literally would be like, I'm not babysitting anyone. It's my kids. Like, that's not babysitting. That's, like you said, just being a parent. And I was like, I'm so thankful that my dad was like that. And he didn't make it seem like when we were alone with my dad, it didn't seem like it was a chore.
Or like an inconvenience to him and his plans.
Yeah, it was the same feeling that I got when I was alone with my mom. And it was the same feeling I got when both my parents were present. Like, they're just parenting us. It's not babysitting. And I could see how it would be difficult for one person to handle 4 kids. Like, that's hard on anyone. So I feel like OP, it's a little bit weird that she just left one night and then stayed out for an entire weekend with no warning, because I think that that would be hard for anyone. I'm sure that would even be hard for OP if she was expecting her husband to come home that night and he was like, by the way, I'm out for the whole weekend. She would probably be like, what?
Yeah.
Like, come home. I need you to, like, help. But it seems like he doesn't help at all anyway. So maybe that wouldn't matter. But that's the only thing I'm kind of like, why did OP do that? Like, it is just a little bit weird to go out for a whole weekend and not tell anyone in your family that you were going to be gone and, like, stay out that long.
Yeah, it's a bit irresponsible.
Yeah. But I think the husband's reaction was also so weird. Like, the wife went out. The husband did nothing. Like, I mean, I think the husband is ridiculous. Like, if anything, if it was a healthy relationship, the husband would have called the wife and been like, babe, where are you?
Yeah.
Like, what can I do to make you come home? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, are you okay? Like, what's happening that you're just out for a weekend without telling me? But the fact that the husband called her and was berating her and yelling at her over the phone, this is not a healthy relationship.
No.
And you don't deserve this person. Neither do your kids. Clearly, the kids were being neglected if the whole house is disgusting after 2 days of you being gone.
Yeah, that is wild.
Why would you want a husband like this? Ugh.
No.
A husband that can't handle himself?
No.
One of the most attractive things in a man is someone that has their life together and that can keep a house relatively clean for 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
You're not asking much.
No! This is what you do every single day. And then, he's literally treating you like you don't have a job. It's like, oh, you work from home, so you're home all day anyway. Home all day. Like, there are preschools that have 4 kids in them total, or like stay-at-home preschools or nannies or whatever that have 4 kids that they watch every day. And that's their whole job. That's their full-time job, is watching kids, 4 kids every day. So that's what your wife is doing on top of having a full-time job. This is absurd.
Yeah.
I would tell the husband, don't come back. Stay at your mom's.
Honestly, yes.
And then he'd get a letter in the mail and it would be divorce paper. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would figure it out.
The top comment highlighted the sentence, but I don't want to ruin this marriage. Honest question, why not? It sounds like a pretty shitty marriage, to be honest. Exactly what good thing are you getting out of it? Sounds like he gets his rest, a housemaid, and a cook. He gets to go out with his friends. What exactly do you get? Pew, pew, pew. True. I think he's so selfish and he's immature. I feel
entitled.
bad. Yes, I feel so bad for this OP.
Me to get out of there.
Agreed.
Easier said than done, but
true.
Get out of there.
It was easy for him. It was easy for the dad to pack his bag and leave.
True.
So maybe it's not easier said than done.
Yeah.
Maybe you're already halfway there. Ugh, I hate it. Yuck. Ick.
What a loser.
Yeah, literally such a loser. Do you ever think about that? I mean, I guess yes, because you just said it, but like, just like think about how many people in the world, not just men, women too, are just such losers. And then people are like, I don't want to ruin my relationship. Why? What type of relationship is this? All you do is take care of a full-grown adult who doesn't have their shit together. Like, why would you want that?
You're with a loser.
Yes, a loser. Ew, any man, or no, anyone in general, not just a man, any partner that yells at you and berates you and doesn't let you have free time and takes advantage of you and doesn't help you in the life that you guys are creating together, that's not a partner. That's a child.
No. Yeah. That's a 5th child for you.
She literally has 5 children and one of them's 27. Ugh. Bad.